Alright, so good day everyone. So in this video, didiscuss natin yung parang review for hyperbola. And so discuss muna natin. So paano ba nabubuo si hyperbola? So this is how hyperbola is made. Right. So ito. Okay, so di ba we have double naped cone. Right. So we have this double naped cone. So si hyperbola nabubuo to kapag the plane intersect both of the napes. Ayan. So, nakita nyo, di ba? Tinamaan ni hyperbola, tinamaan ni plane yung parehas na napes ni double naped cone. So, that is actually the definition of hyperbola. So, hyperbola, ayan. So, hyperbola is formed when the plane intersect both of the napes of the cone. Yan. So, basta tinamaan ni plane yung parehas na napes ni double naped cone, automatic mabubuo si hyperbola. So, this is a mas magandang visual niya. Ayan. So, ganyan yung itsura. Ganyan nabubuo si hyperbola. Alright. Next, dito tayo. So, ang hyperbola natin, ganito yung itsura niya actually. So, ang itsura ni hyperbola is, yan. So, para siyang dalawang parabola. Tapos, in some cases, pag ganito yung itsura niya. Alright. So, ang tawag natin sa dalawang parang parabola na to, ang tawag natin dito is branches. So, basically, when someone say na branches of the hyperbola, so we are referring with these two curves. So, tawag natin dito ay branches. Alright. Now, pag-usapan natin yung mga components ni hyperbola. So, pag-usapan natin yung components ni hyperbola. So, actually, class, itong components ni hyperbola, kamukhang-kamukha niya yung components ni ellipse. So, may nadagdag lang, may natweak lang. Okay na, pag-usapan natin. So, let's say we have this para hyperbola. Ayan, so we have this hyperbola. Alright, sa hyperbola natin, okay, ito, this point, this is what we call the center. Ayan, so this is what we call the center. Okay, center of the hyperbola. Alright, so, meron din tayong dalawang focus. Meron din tayong dalawang foci. So, yung dalawang foci natin, these 2 points are situated inside the branches of the hyperbola. So, ito si focus 1. This is focus 1. This is focus 2. So, just like what I told you, kung ano yung components ni ellipse, ganun lang din yung kay hyperbola. Okay, so kung meron tayong focus, meron din tayong vertices. So, yung vertices natin, ito. Gawin ko siyang pula para mas kita. Ayan. Ito yung dalawang vertices. So, these 2 points at are what we call vertex. So, ito din vertex. Alright, now, kung meron tayong vertex, meron din tayong co-vertices. So, yung co-vertices natin, nandito. So, ito si co-vertex, ito si co-vertex. Ayan. So, this is what we call the co-vertex. Co-vertex, this is what we call the co-vertex. Alright, now, pag-usapan naman natin yung mga lines. So, imagine if we draw a line segment connecting the two vertices. Ayan. So, if we draw a line segment connecting the two vertices, ang tawag natin sa line na to is, dito ko siya lagay, this is what we call the transverse axis. And transverse axis is also known as the major axis. Alright, so major axis. So kapag sinabing what is the length of major axis in hyperbola, so basically naghahanap lang din sila kung ano yung length ni transverse axis ng hyperbola. Alright, so again, the line segment that connects the two vertices is what we call the transverse axis. Alright, so next, ito. Okay, so the line segment connecting the two co-vertices, this is what we call, siguro dito siya lagay. So this is what we call conjugate axis. Conjugate axis. And conjugate axis, this is also known as the minor axis. Ayan. Okay, now, pag-usapan naman natin yung mga distance. Okay, so kung sa ellipse, may ABC, sa hyperbola may ABC din. And that is, yung nire-represent ni ABC, kamukha lang din dito sa hyperbola. So, A, okay, so ulitin ko. So, A, nasa ba? A represent the distance between the center and a vertex. So, this is A. Again, A represent the distance between the center and the vertex. Next, B. B represent the distance. B represents the distance between the center and the co-vertex. Alright, so ulitin ko, B represent the distance between the center and the co-vertex. Alright, so next, dito tayo sa distance between the center and the focus. So the distance between the center and the focus is represented by letter C. Alright, so A squared, ang A natin is the distance between center and vertex, B is the the distance between center and co-vertex, and C is the distance between center and a focus. Alright, so meron din tayong latus rectum dito. So yung latus rectum natin, ito siya. So latus rectum natin ito. Ayan. So ito si latus rectum. So dalawa din yung latus rectum natin dito. Alright. And the length from the focus, ito ba yun? So the length from the focus papunta sa isang endpoint si latus rectum, the formula for this is kamukha lang din sa ellipse. B squared over A. Alright, so ito, B squared over A din yung distance set. So this is also B squared over A. Alright, so ano yung kakaiba kay hyperbola, yung formula niya ng C. 'Di ba sa ellipse, note ko lang, review. 'Di ba sa ellipse? Alright, so sa ellipse, the formula for C is C equals square root of A squared minus B squared. Pero sa hyperbola, ang C natin is equals to A squared plus B squared. Alright. So, gano'n. So, represent ulit natin, ha. So, A, B, C. So, A represents the distance between center and vertex. B, distance between center. Copyin ko na lang siguro. Alright, so CB naman, the distance between center and the co-vertex. And C is the distance between center and a focus. Alright, so C, the formula for C is equals to square root of A squared plus B squared. For latus rectum, ganun pa rin. So, sa latus rectum natin, ang formula natin dito is B squared over A. Okay, so another thing to remember sa hyperbola. Di ba sa ellipse, we know that sa ellipse, A is always greater than B. Alright, sa hyperbola, hindi na to totoo. Sa hyperbola, A can be greater than B. A can be less than B. And also, A can be equals to B. Ayan. So, hindi na totoo yung A is always greater than B sa hyperbola. So, pwedeng A greater than B, A less than B, or A is equals to B. Alright. So, ayan. So, may isa pang nadagdag actually dito kay hyperbola. For example, we have this hyperbola. So, hyperbola. So, we have, for example, we have the center, the vertex, ito si vertex, ito si covertex, ito si covertex, tapos, here is the focus, here is the focus. Alright, so, if we draw a line, a rectangle, yan, connecting the four points such as the two vertices and the two co-vertices. Yan. So, makakagawa tayo ng rectangle na ganyan. Tapos, sa rectangle, di ba may diagonal siya? So, imagine if we draw a diagonal here. So, ayan. And, dapat diretso to eh. So, wait lang. Kuha ko ng shape. Ayan. So, dapat, for example, ito. Ulitin ko para mas maganda. For example, this is the center. This is the vertex. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, ito si vertex. Ito si covertex. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, 1, 2, 3. So, ito si covertex. Ito yung dalawang foci. Alright. Okay. So, again, magdodraw ako ng rectangle connecting the two vertices and the two co-vertices. Ayan. Okay. Tapos, I will draw a diagonal dito sa ano natin, sa rectangle. Yeah. I will draw a diagonal here sa rectangle. Baba ko lang siya. Ayaw niya magdiretso. Ayan. So, assume nyo lang na tumama sa ano. Ayan. Ayan. So, ang tawag natin sa dalawang lines na to, this is what we call the asymptotes. So, again, these 2 points are what we call the asymptotes. Lagyan ko na siyang ganito. Ayan. So, this is what we call the asymptotes. Asymptotes. Now, ano purpose si asymptotes? So, si asymptotes, ito yung magiging basis natin kung paano natin i-drawing si hyperbola or paano natin siya i-graph. Diba? When we say asymptotes, ito yung line wherein sa function is lalapit ang lalapit pero never magdidikit. So, parang ganito. Ayan. So, ito si hyperbola. Ito yung isang branch. So, ba't ko blue? I'll choose green. So, ito si, So, lalapit lang siya ng lalapit dyan, pero never sila magdidikit. Ayan. So, ganyan nag-graph ng hyperbola. Ayan. So, ganyan nabubuo. Okay. So, sa asymptotes, ito yung dalawang line na yun. Okay na. Pag-usapan natin yung standard form. Okay. So, standard form. Okay. So, standard form of hyperbola. So, standard form of hyperbola. So, standard form of hyperbola goes like this. So, meron tayong dalawang types of hyperbola. So, we have vertical and horizontal hyperbola. So, ito yung standard form. So, x minus h squared over a squared minus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. And this is for horizontal. Horizontal hyperbola. Next, kapag vertical naman, the equation goes like this. So y minus k squared over a squared minus x minus h squared over b squared equals 1. And this is for vertical hyperbola. Okay, so yan yung sa vertical hyperbola. Okay, so kapag ang origin naman ay kapag ang center naman ay nasa origin, so gagawin niyo lang 0, 0 yung HK. So kapag nasa origin or nasa origin yung center ng hyperbola natin, so yung standard form will be x squared over a squared minus y squared minus b over b squared equals 1. Ito yung sa horizontal. Kapag vertical naman, so y squared over a squared minus x squared over b squared equals 1. So, ito naman yung sa vertical hyperbola. So, itong dalawa na to, this is the standard form if ang centered at origin. So, bigyan ko kulay. So, this two standard form is for cases wherein the center of hyperbola is at origin or 0, 0. Ayan. So, di ba kanina nabanggit ko na meron tayong asymptotes. Alright, so asymptotes. So, may dalawa tayong asymptotes. May dalawa tayong formula for asymptotes. Meron tayong formula for horizontal. This is the asymptotes. Ito yung asymptotes for horizontal hyperbola. Then meron din tayong formula for asymptotes for vertical hyperbola. Okay, so paano yung formula? So ganito lang. So y minus k equals positive or negative b over a x minus h. Ito yung asymptotes natin kapag horizontal hyperbola. Kapag vertical hyperbola naman, goes like this. So, y minus k equals positive or negative a over b x minus h. Yan. So, ito yung formula. So, paano naman these two formulas are formula kapag ang center ng hyperbola natin ay wala sa origin. So, kapag nasa origin naman yung center natin, so ganito lang. So, y equals positive, negative b over ax. So, kapag nasa origin yung center ni vertical hyperbola, so it goes like this. The asymptotes goes like this. So, y equals positive or negative a over b x. So, don't worry, all of these formulas are provided naman sa midterm exams natin. Now, paano natin nahanap? Okay, so paano natin hinahanap yung mga yung cover text, the cover text, cover text, vertices, focused, endpoints of latus rectum. Alright, so we are using this formula. And again, these formulas are provided naman sa exam natin. So, pakita ko siya. Ito pala class note lang. So, dun sa exam natin, ito, by the way, ito muna yung formula natin. So, this is the formula. This is the formula for the components of hyperbola. So, nakalagay dyan kung ano gagamitin yung formula kapag horizontal. Ayaw gumalaw. Alright, so nakagalagay dyan kung horizontal or vertical gagamitin nyo, as well as the latus rectum, pati yung computation for C. As well as yung mga asymptotes, nakalagay din dito. Alright, so, ito na note lang, kung mapapansin nyo sa exam natin, dun sa dulo, wala kayong makikitang, hindi nyo to makikita yung formula for hyperbola. Bakit? Kasi, ito yung sa ellipse eh. Pakita ko sa inyo. Pakita ko sa inyo. Ito yung formula for ellipse. Ayan. So, ito yung formula for ellipse. Para kayo mismo maghumusga na. Okay, so tingnan nyo. Magkamukha lang sila ng formula. So, again, this is the formula for ellipse. Ito sa ellipse. Ito sa hyperbola. Magkamukha lang sila ng formula. Ang pinagkaiba lang nila, may asymptotes. Dito wala. Tapos ang formula sa C. Yan. So, kaya, doon sa exam makikita nyo, walang formula for hyperbola. Wala to. Hindi nyo to, Hindi nyo makikita to. Hindi nyo to makikita. Ang makikita nyo lang, ito. So, bakit? Kasi magka-same lang sila. Same lang sila ng formula. So, again, same lang sila ng formula. Kaya makikita nyo sa exam, yung kay ellipse lang. So, when you are dealing with components of hyperbola, so gagamitin nyo lang din yung formula for ellipse. Okay, so again, these are the formulas for hyperbola. So again, all of these are provided naman sa midterm exams. Okay. So, mag-start tayo mag-solve ng mga problems regarding hyperbola. So, components of hyperbola. So, mag-start tayo with center at origin. So, let's have this one. Alright, so ito yung tanong. So, y squared over 16 minus x squared over 4 equals 1. So, una, hanapin natin ano yung center. Alright. So, on center. So, tandaan nyo class, if the form goes like this, na parang y squared lang tsaka x squared. So, automatic, ang center natin dito is 0, 0. So, the center dito is 0, 0. Now, hanapin natin yung value ni HK. So, ang formula natin sa ang coordinates kasi ni center is HK. So, ganyan. So, therefore, H natin is equals to 0 while K is also equals to 0. So, ito lang yun. Yan. So, ganyan. So, H equals 0, K equals 0. Alright. So, number 2. Hanapin natin, ano ba yung transverse axis natin? So, ang transverse natin, dalawa lang pagpipilian. So, it's either horizontal or vertical. Now, tingnan nyo balikan natin yung standard form. Alright, so ito yung standard form. So, ano pinagkaiba nung standard form ni hyperbola? So, kapag nauna si x, alright, so di ba, una minus to. Kapag nauna si x, grouping si x, it means that you are dealing with horizontal hyperbola. Kapag nauna si y, it means that you are dealing with vertical hyperbola. So, balikan natin. Tingnan natin. Ano ba yung nauna? So, di ba nauna y? So, therefore, we are dealing now here. We are dealing here a vertical hyperbola. Alright, so next, number 3. Sorry. Bago natin mag-proceed sa number 3, hanapin muna natin kung ano ba yung standard form ni vertical hyperbola. So, since ang center natin ay nasa 0, 0, so, since this is vertical hyperbola, so mauuna si y. So, y squared minus x squared equals 1. Tapos, ang laging unang denominator is a squared. Alright, so next, hanapin natin, solve for values of ABC. So, number 3, solve natin yung values ni solve for ABC. ABC. So, si A natin, ang A squared natin, again, yung A squared natin is yung unang denominator. So, ano ba yung unang denominator? Di ba 16? So, alright, so A squared natin is equals to 16. Therefore, ang value ni A is 4. Okay, next. B squared natin is equals to 4. So, B squared is the second. Ito, the second denominator. So, ano ba yung second denominator natin? Di ba 4? So, B squared is equals to 4. So, B is now equals to 2. Next, solve natin yung formula for C. So, C, sa hyperbola is C equals square root of A squared plus B squared. Ang A squared natin is 16 and ang B squared natin is 4. So, 16 plus 4, this is square root of 20. And pwede pa natin ito i-simplify. So, this is also equals to 4 times 5. Then, C natin is equals to 2 square root of 5. Alright, so nalaman na natin ngayon yung formula for, nalaman na natin ngayon yung value ni A, B, and C. Kasi, bakit natin ito kailangan malaman? Actually, class makinig, kapag ginagamit nyo yung formula, ito yung mga values na kailangan nyo ma-determine. So, the value of H, the value of K, A, B, C. Okay. So, next, hanapin natin yung formula for latus rectum. So, number 4, latus rectum. So, for latus rectum, we are using the formula B squared over A. So, B squared natin is 4. Ang A natin is 4. So, therefore, ang latus rectum natin is just 1. Alright? So, dito tayo. Maghanap na tayo ng components. So, again, we will use this formula. So, since we are based dito sa number 2 natin, ang transverse axis daw natin ay vertical. So, it means that we are dealing with vertical hyperbola. So, we will use this formula. Alright, so we will use this formula. So, una, hanapin muna natin. Okay, so number 5. Hanapin muna natin kung ano yung vertex. Ano yung vertices natin? Vertices. Alright, so we will find the components of vertices. So, for the vertices, ang formula natin is ito. So, H, K plus A, and H, K minus P, minus A. So, substitute na natin yung mga values. So, ang value ni H is 0. Ang value ni K is also 0. Plus A. Ano ba yung value ni A? Ang A natin is 4. Next, ang H natin is also 0. Ang K natin is 0. Minus A, which is 4. Then simplify. So, baba lang si 0. 0 plus 4, this is 4. Next, baba lang si 0. 0 minus 4, this is negative 4. And ito na ngayon yung dalawa nating vertices. Alright, so next, number 6. Number 6 naman, let's find the co-vertex. Co-vertices. Now, the formula for co-vertices, kapag vertical hyperbola is ito. So, H plus B, K, and H minus B, K. Alright, so ano si H? So, again, ito lang yun yung mga kulay. Ang mga, nasa ba yun? Okay, so ito lang yun. Yung mga hinahanap kong values, ito. Ito lang yun. Okay, so H is equals to 0. B, plus B, ang B natin is equals to 2. Then K is also equals to 0. So H is also equals to 0 minus B, which is equals to 2, comma, K is equals to 0. Then solve natin. So 0 plus 2, this is 2. 0. Dito, 0 minus 2, this is negative 2. 0. And ito na yung dalawa nating co-vertices. Alright, so next. Number 7. So, number 7 naman natin. Number 7 natin is focus or the foci. So, ang formula natin sa foci is ito. So, H, K plus C, and H, K minus C. So, ang H natin is 0. Ang K natin is 0. Plus, C is 2 square root of 5. Next, ang H natin is also 0. Ang K is also 0 minus C, which is also equals to 2 square root of 5. Now, simplify. Pababa lang si 0. 0 plus 2 square root of 5. So, 2 square root of 5. So, 0 minus 2 square root of 5. This is negative 2 square root of 5. And ito na yung dalawang foci natin. So, we have these two foci. Alright, so next, number 8. Let's find number 8. Okay, so siguro, ayan, so 8 natin. Let's find the latus rectum. Latus rectum. Sa latus rectum class, Sa latus rectum, habulin ko nga to. So, sa latus rectum, number 8. So, latus rectum. So, sa latus rectum natin, ito yung formula natin. Ito. So, meron tayong apat na endpoints sa latus rectum. So, ito muna una gamitin natin. Yung ito. Ito muna una natin gamitin. So, H plus, ba't kulay pula? So, nasan to? So, H plus LR K minus C. Then, H minus LR plus to. K plus C. So, ano value ni H? 0. Ano value ni plus? LR. So, si LR, this is the B squared over A. Ito yung na-compute natin sa number 4. So, ito yun. So, B squared over A, this is equals to 1. 1. Then, K is 0 plus C. Ang C natin is 2 square root of 5. Next, dito tayo. So, ang H natin is 0 minus LR is 1. K is 0 plus C, which is 2 square root of 5. Now, simplify natin. So, 0 plus 1, this is 1. 0 plus 2 square root of 5, 2 square root of 5. Next, 0 minus 1, this is negative 1. 0 plus 2 square root of 5, 2 square root of 5. So, ito na ngayon yung dalawa nating latus rectum. Okay, ano yung susunod? So, ito yung formula. So, H plus LR K minus C. So, sa kabila, H minus LR K minus C. So, again, ang H natin, this is 0. Okay, so H natin is 0 plus LR, which is 1. K is also equals to 0 minus C, which is also equals to 2 square root of 5. Next, ang H natin is 0 minus LR, which is 1. Ang K natin is 0 minus 2 square root of 5, which is the value of C. Now, simplify. So, 0 plus 1, this is 1. 0 minus 2 square root of 5, negative 2 square root of 5. Next, 0 minus 1, this is negative 1. So, 0 minus 2 square root of 5, this is negative 2 square root of 5. So, ito na ngayon yung dalawa nating, another 2 endpoints of latus rectum. Okay, next. Number 9. So, number 9 natin is the asymptotes. Asymptotes. So, since ang asymptotes, since ang hyperbola natin is vertical hyperbola, so we will use the formula for asymptotes ng vertical hyperbola. So, ito yung asymptotes. So, we are dealing with vertical. So, ito yung gagamitin natin. So, ano yung formula dito? So, y minus k equals positive, negative a over b x minus h. Alright, so, y minus k. Ang k natin, again, is 0. Ayan, so ito is k natin, no? Ang k natin is 0, so 0 equals positive, negative a. Ang a natin is 4. And ang b natin is 2. Then, x minus h. Ang h natin, again, is 0. Then, simplify natin. So, y minus 0, this is y, equals positive or negative, 4 divided by 2, this is just 2. Then, x minus 0, this is just x. So, ito yung dalawa nating asymptotes. So, ang asymptotes natin ay, pwede siyang isulat ng pagganito. Pwede siyang isulat ng pagganito. Or, pwede din siyang isulat ng y equals 2x and y equals negative 2x. So, pwede siyang isulat ng pagganyan. So, these are the components of this hyperbola. So, again, class, paano to nasosolve? First, ang kailangan nyo is malaman yung mga values ni h. Ito. Kailangan nyo malaman yung value ni h, ni k, ni a, ni b, ni c, sa ni latus rectum. Tapos, right after you find these values, all you need to do is to use the formula, which are, again, provided naman sa exams natin, sa midterm exam. Okay, so try pa tayong isa. Let's try another one. Alright, so dito tayo sa second example. So, paano naman kapag ang center natin ay wala sa origin? So, for example, we have ito. So, let's have this one. So, x. So, we have x minus h square. X minus, ito yung tanong. So, x minus 3 squared over 9 minus y plus 2. So, y plus 2 squared over 16 equals 1. So, again, as you can see, dito tayo sa number 1. So, number 1, hanapin natin si center. So, ang center natin goes in the form HK. So, dadaan na parang sa circle lang to. Si H, ito yung kasama lagi ni X. Si K, yung laging kasama ni Y. Ito yung binabaliktad natin yung sign. So, ang H natin, ito yung laging kasama ni X. So, ano ba yung kasama ni X? Negative 3. So, kapag pinasok dito sa coordinates, magiging positive 3. Alright, so si K naman, siya yung laging kasama ni Y. So, ano ba yung laging kasama ni Y dito? So, positive 2. So, kapag naging coordinate siya, magiging negative 2. So, ito na ngayon yung value ng HK natin. So, H natin is equals to 3, while K is equals to negative 2. So, ito na ngayon yung dalawa nating values. Alright, so madali lang, di ba? Okay, next, number 2. Hanapin natin yung transverse axis. Alright, so katulad sinabi ko, kapag nauna si X, it means that you are dealing with horizontal hyperbola. Tapos kapag nauna naman si Y, just like dun sa previous example, and yun naman ay vertical hyperbola. So since we are dealing now, since dito sa equation natin, as you can see, the term na nauna is groupings na X. So it means na yung transverse axis natin is, this is horizontal. Alright, so ang horizontal siya, tapos ang center natin wala sa origin. So ito yung standard form ngayon ito. So x minus h squared over a squared. Tandaan class, sa hyperbola, lagi nauna si a squared. Ay, y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. Okay, next, number 3. Solve for values of a, b, c. So, a, b, c. Again, so si a squared, so siya yung mauunang denominator. So, ano ba yung naunang denominator? So, di ba, 9. So, therefore, a natin is equals to 3. Next, b squared. So, ang b squared natin, yung pangalawang denominator, yung hindi nauuna, yung pangalawa. So, that is equal 16. So, b squared natin is 16. So, b natin ngayon is equals to 4. So, square root lang, ini-square root natin. Next, c natin, ang formula for c is c equals square root of a squared plus b squared. Ang a squared natin is 9 plus, ang b squared natin is 16. So, 9 plus 16, this is clearly equals to 9 plus 16, that is 25. Square root of 25. So, c natin ngayon is equals to 5. So, meron na tayong values ni a, ni b, ni b, tsaka ni c. Next, number 4. Latus rectum. So, ang formula natin for latus rectum, again, is b squared over a. Ang b squared natin is 16. Ang a natin is 3. So, that's it. So, hindi na naman simplify si 16 over 3. So, therefore, ang latus rectum natin is 16 over 3. Okay, next. Hanapin na natin si number 5. So, ang number 5 natin is the vertex. So, ang vertex natin, okay, so the formula for vertex, ito na. So, basically, ito yung gagamitin natin yung formula. Ayan, nawala. So, ito yung gagamitin natin formula. Ayan. So, since we are dealing with horizontal, ito yung gagamitin natin. Ayan. So, horizontal hyperbola. So, vertex natin, ayan, h plus a. So, sulat ko. Ang formula is h plus a. Sorry. Siguro sa ganda if lagyan ko siya ng guhit. Ayan. So, for the vertex, ang formula natin is H plus A, K, and dalawa yan eh. So, H minus A, K. Alright, so ano value ni H? So, ang value ni H is 3. So, again, yung mga values na ito yung naka-highlight ng kulay blue. So, by the way, ito si latus rectum, ito si LR. Alright, so plus. Ano value ni A? So, ang value ni A is 3. Then, ano value ni K? Ang value ni K is negative 2. Alright, so simplify natin. So, 3 plus 3, this is 6. Then, negative 2, babaan nyo lang. Alright, so next. Ang H natin, again, this is 3. Minus A. Ang A natin is 3. Then, ang K natin is negative 2. So, 3 minus 3, this is clearly 0. Then, baba lang si negative 2. So, ito na ngayon, yung dalawa nating vertices. So, 6, negative 2. 0, negative 2. Alright, so next, number 6, we have the co-vertices. So, the formula naman for co-vertices is H, K plus B, and H, K minus B. So, again, i-input nyo lang yung mga values na na-solve natin. So, ang H natin is 3. Ang K is negative 2. Plus B, which is 4. Alright, so sa kabila, ang H natin is 3. Ang K natin is negative 2. Minus B. So, ano ba yung B natin? So, 4. Now, simplify. So, baba lang si 3 kasi wala namang operation with 3. So, negative 2 plus 4, this is 2. Then, yung isa, baba lang uli si 3. Negative 2 minus negative 4. Negative 2 minus 4, this is negative 6. So, ito na ngayon yung co-vertices natin. Alright, so next, number 7. Number 7 natin is si focus or si foci. So, ang foci natin, ito yung formula. So, H plus C, K, H minus C, K. So, sulat natin yung formula. So, input natin yung mga values. Ano values ni H? 3 plus C, which is 5. Ang K natin is negative 2. Next, ang H natin is 3 minus C, which is 5. Then, ang K natin is negative 2. Now, let's solve. 3 plus 5, this is 8. Then, baba lang si negative 2. So, 3 minus 2 and minus 5, this is clearly negative 2. Then, negative 2. So, ito na ngayon yung foci natin. Alright, next, number 8. So, number 8 natin is latus rectum. So, endpoints ni latus rectum. Latus rectum. So, again, ang formula natin kay latus rectum, 4 yan. So, unang set muna. So, ano yung una? So, H plus C. Tama ba? H plus C tapos K plus LR. LR. Abrahin ka lang. Baka tumatama kasi sa recording ko. Ulitin ko, number 8 natin, we will look for the values of the coordinates of latus rectum. So, tama ba? So, H plus C, tapos K plus LR, then H minus C, K minus, plus pa rin to, then minus LR. Wait lang, allow me to check kung tama ba yung sinasabi kong formula. Alright, so tama lang. So, input natin yung mga values. So, ano si H? Ang H natin again is 3 plus C. Ano yung C natin? So, 5 plus 5. Ano si K? So, K is negative 2 and LR natin is, ano yung LR? So, 16 over 3. So, plus 16 over 3. So, kabila naman. So, ang H natin is 3 plus C, which is 5. Ang K natin is negative 2 minus LR, which is 16 over 3. So, solve natin. So, negative 2. Sorry. So, 3 plus 5, again, that is just 8. Then, solve natin. So, negative 2. At this point, pwede kayong gumamit ng calculators. Since allowed naman siya. So, 3 is negative 6 plus 16. Tama ba? Alright, so, negative 2 plus 16 over 3, that is 10 over 3. Yan. So, yan yung fraction. Tama ba? Alright, so tama lang. Next, sa kabila naman. So, 3 plus 5, this is clearly 8. So, negative 2 minus 16 over 3, that is negative 22 over 3. Ayan. So, yan yung coordinates ni endpoints ni latus rectum. Alright, so next, dito tayo sa pangalawang set ng latus rectum. So, we have h minus c, k plus lr, then h plus c, minus pa rin yun, minus c, k minus lr. So, ang h natin is 3 minus c, which is 5. Ang k natin is negative 2 plus 16 over 3. Ang h natin is 3 minus 5. So, kasi c natin is equals to 5. Then, k natin is negative 2 minus lr, which is 16 over 3. Now, solve natin. So, 3 minus 5, this is clearly negative 2. So, negative 2 plus 16 over 3, nakomputan natin to. This is 10 over 3. Okay, so 3 minus 5, this is a negative 2 once again. So, negative 2 minus 16 over 2, this is clearly negative 22 over 3. So, ito na ngayon yung pangalawang set ng endpoints ni latus rectum. Alright, so next, last one. So, last one naman, let's find the number 9, the asymptotes. So, asymptotes. So, since we are dealing with horizontal hyperbola, so ang formula natin for this one is h minus k equals positive or negative b over a x minus h. Okay, so substitute lang natin ha. So, y minus k, ang k natin is negative 2, so magiging plus 2 to. So, bakit? Kasi ito, y minus negative 2, so magiging positive 2, then we will proceed to addition. So, kaya siya naging y plus 2. Kasi ang k natin is negative 2. Ito yung bumabaliktad lang ulit yung sign. So, equals plus or minus. Ang b natin, that is 4. While ang a natin is 3. Then, x minus h. So, x minus h natin is 3. So, ayan. So, ito na ngayon yung asymptotes natin. So, sinasubstitute nyo lang. Alright, so that's it. So, that's it for the components of hyperbola. So, again, ang technique lang, una, dapat malaman nyo si center. So, ito yung una nyo dapat malaman. What is the center? Transverse axis. Then, solve for the values of A, B, C, and latus rectum. Now, once na magawa nyo na yung apat na formula, apat na steps na to, pwede nyo nang gamitin ngayon yung formula. Now, once again, provided naman sa exam. Alright, so, ito pa yung ibang cases dito. May ibang cases, class makinig, given si asymptote. So, for example, yung asymptotes daw is y plus 3 equals positive or negative 9 over 5 x minus h. X minus 1. Tapos, for example lang, may mga questions kasi class na given si asymptotes, ito si asymptotes, tapos ang sabi, this asymptotes is for, let's say, horizontal hyperbola. Para daw to sa horizontal hyperbola. Tapos ang tatanungin, what is the standard form? So, what is the standard form? So, paano gagawin nyo doon? Okay, so given si asymptotes, given si asymptotes, tapos hinahanap si horizontal hyperbola. Given si asymptotes, tapos given din na this asymptotes is for horizontal hyperbola. Tapos ang tinatanong, what is the standard form? So, paano yun? So, again, since this is the asymptotes for horizontal hyperbola, isulat nyo, ano ba yung formula kapag horizontal hyperbola yung ano ba yung formula ni asymptotes kapag horizontal hyperbola? So, di ba, y minus y minus k equals positive or negative b over a x minus h. Di ba yan yung formula? Tapos, this is for horizontal hyperbola. So, ano ba formula for horizontal hyperbola? So, x minus h squared over a squared minus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. So, magsasubstitute na tayo, compare and contrast. So, ang sabi dito, yung k daw natin, yung k daw natin dito is 3. So, ganito, susulat ko siya ng pagganito. So, sulat ko dito, y plus 3 equals positive negative 9 over 5. Tapos, x minus 1. Tapos, ito yung formula for asymptotes ng horizontal hyperbola ba. So, y minus k equals positive negative b over a x minus h. Okay, so ano value ni k? So, ano yung value ni k? So, sabi dito, negative k equals 3. So, k natin ngayon is positive 3. So, actually, ganito na lang din. Actually, pwedeng ganito na lang gawin nyo eh. So, di ba ito yung given na asymptotes? Ito yung given na asymptotes. Tapos, y minus 3. Y plus 3. Ito, y plus 3. So, itong y plus 3, pwede nyo na ipasok dito yan. Tapos, itong x minus 1, pwede nyo na ipasok dito sa x minus h. So, parang ganito. So, yung x minus h natin, that is equals to x minus 1 squared minus, tapos ito, y minus k equal siya dito. So, y minus k natin is that is y plus 3. Y plus 3 squared equals 1. So, a squared. Okay, a squared. Ano ba yung a natin dito? So, yung a natin dito is yung denominator. So, ano ba yung denominator natin? Di ba 5? So, 5 squared over b. Ano ba yung b natin? Yung b natin is yung numerator, which is 9 squared. So, simplify natin. So, x minus 1 squared. 5 squared is 25 minus y plus 3 squared over 9 squared is 81 equals 1. So, ito na yung tamang sagot. Ito na ngayon yung standard form. Alright? So, for example, given naman si standard form, ito si standard form, Ito si standard form. Ayan, ito si standard form. Tapos tinatanong, gaano daw kahaba si major axis? So, gaano kahaba si major axis? So, major axis. Katulad sa ellipse, ang formula natin sa length ni major axis is 2a. Alright? So, ano ba yung a natin dito? So, ang a natin again dito is ito. Okay, so ulitin ko. Ang formula natin sa major axis is 2a. So, una, dapat malaman natin anong value ni a. Ay, di ba yung a squared natin, yung unang denominator. So, therefore, a squared natin is equals to 25. And a is equals to 5. So, itong a na to, pwede natin i-substitute dito. So, therefore, major axis natin will be 2 times 5, which is equals to 10. So, therefore, itong equation daw na to, okay, so itong equation daw na to, ang haba ng major axis niya is 10. Okay, paano na pa mag-minor axis? So, the minor axis naman, minor axis. So, formula naman for minor axis is 2b. Alright, so di ba ang b squared natin, ito, yung 81, yung pangalawang denominator. So, b squared is equals to 81. Eh, b natin is equals to 9. So, substitute lang natin si b. So, 2 times 9, this is clearly equals to 18. So, therefore, yung haba daw ni minor axis dito sa standard form na to is 18. Alright, so next, dito tayo. Last part ng hyperbola, which is converting from general to standard form. So, general form to standard form of hyperbola. Ayan. So, standard form, general form to standard form of hyperbola. So, ito yung question natin dito. Actually, class, yung step dito is kamukha niya lang yung step sa ellipse. Kapag nag-convert ka from ellipse to, ng general form to standard form ng ellipse. Kamukha lang. Ayan. Okay, wait lang, class. Alright, so let's convert this general form to standard form of hyperbola. So, paano yun? Okay, so sulat muna ako. So, ito yung general form natin. Ito yung general form. So, una, let's group the x and y terms. So, ano yung x terms natin? So, we have 3x squared and 18x. So, i-group natin sila. So, 3x squared plus 18x plus next, yung y terms naman. So, ano yung mga y terms? So, negative y squared and 4y. So, i-group din natin yan. So, negative y squared plus 4y equals yung 35, yung 35 na to, we will transpose it to the other side. So, since 35 siya, magiging negative 35. Okay, next. So, bago tayo mag-completing the square, i-factor out muna natin kung ano man yung coefficient ni x squared tsaka ni y squared. So, ang coefficient ni x squared is 3. So, i-factor out natin si 3. So, 3. So, 3x squared divided by 3, that is x squared. So, ulitin ko, factor out natin si 3. So, 3x squared divided by 3, that is x squared. Tapos, 18x divided by 3, that is clearly, ano nga ba yun? 6x. So, 6x. Then, sa kabila. So, ano coefficient ni y? So, ang coefficient ni y, naka-negative siya. So, therefore, negative. So, pwede natin i-factor out si negative 1. Eh, di ba si negative 1, kapag finactor out, ganyan lang siya. Okay, minus lang. Then, kapag finactor out natin si negative 1, so, magbabaliktad ngayon yung sign. So, since negative y squared, magiging positive y squared, then si 4y magiging negative 4y equals negative 35. Alright, next, saka tayo magko-completing the square. So, 3, open bracket, x squared plus 6x plus space, closing bracket, minus, open bracket, y squared minus 4y plus space, closing bracket, equals 35. Alright, so, ano yung coefficient ni x? So, that is 6. Ano gagawin? Divided by 2 and square it. So, negative 3 halves, that is 3 squared. So, lagyan natin dito. Alright, so, di ba sa circle, automatic, dinadagdag natin siya sa kabila. So, kapag ganito, na may coefficient yung groupings natin, just like this, ang coefficient dito 3. So, hindi natin siya pwedeng gawin ng recta kagad na plus. Hindi pwede na plus 3 squared kagad tayo dito. So, mali yun. Okay, so dapat ganito. So, una, i-simplify nyo muna to. So, simplify. 3 squared is 9. Tapos, si 9 ngayon, i-times nyo sa coefficient. So, may coefficient 3. So, therefore, 9 times 3, that is 27. So, therefore, 27 yung dadagdag mo dito. So, 27. Okay, next, dito tayo. So, 4y. So, ano yung coefficient ni 4? Ni y? That is negative 4 divided by 2, then square it. So, negative 4 divided by 2, this is negative 2 squared. So, negative 2 squared, ilagay natin sa space na bakante. Alright, so again, simplify natin to para maalam natin kung ano i-add natin sa kabila. So, okay, negative 2 squared, this is 4. Tapos si 4, it-times natin sa coefficient dito. So, coefficient dito, negative 1. So, 4 times negative 1, that is negative 4. So, negative 4 yung dadagdag natin dito sa kabilang side. Ayan. Alright. Okay, next. Hopefully, nakuha yung nangyari dito. Again, para lang siya sa ellipse. Para lang siyang sa ellipse. Okay, so, palitin ko lang tong part na to. Move ko lang siya. So, para may reference pa rin tayo. Okay, next. Ang gagawin natin is, simplify natin yung right side. So, simplify natin yung right side ng equation. So this is going to be negative 35 plus 27 minus 4. So add natin. So negative 35 plus negative 4. This is 9, 3. Tama ba? 39 minus 27. So 2, 1. So negative 12. So negative 12 to. Okay. So negative 12. Okay, next. I-factorize na natin itong mga perfect square trinomial. So, paano yun? Same process lang din. So, 3, open parentheses, x space, closing parentheses, squared, minus y space, closing parentheses, squared equals negative 12. So, ilalagay natin dito, yung nandito sa parentheses. Ano ba nasa loob ni parentheses? That is 3. So, plus 3 tayo dito. Dito naman, ang ilalagay naman natin dito ay nasa loob ni parentheses. So, which is negative 2. So, minus 2 tayo dito. Okay, so tapos na ba to? So, hindi pa. So, bakit? Tingnan natin ha. Pakita ko sa inyo yung standard form. So, mapapansin nyo, yung standard form natin, ito. Yung standard form ng ni hyperbola, laging equal sa 1 yung right side. Di ba? So, lagi siyang equal sa 1. Tama ba? So, dapat maging equals din sa 1 tong right side natin. And how do we do that? So, i-divide natin lahat kung ano may nasa right side. So, divide natin to by negative 12. Ito, divide din natin to by negative 12. Ito, divide din natin to by negative 12. Okay, now, let's solve. So, 3 divide by 12. So, para siyang ganito eh. Si 12 kasi, we can represent this as negative 12 kasi pwede siyang negative 3 times 4. Diba? So, cancelled out si 3. So, matitira lang yung negative 4. So, basically, itong unang term na to, this is just equals to negative x plus 3 squared over 4. Alright? So, next, dito tayo. So, may negative 1 dyan eh. Di ba? Hindi lang natin siya nilalagay. So, negative 1 divided by negative 12. That is magiging positive na. Kasi negative divided by negative, magiging positive. So, magiging plus na dito. So, plus y minus 2 squared over 12 equals negative 12 divided by negative 12. This is 1. Alright. So, tandaan nyo, di ba? Sa standard form natin, dapat yung operation natin, the operation between the two terms is subtraction. So, balikan natin yung standard form. Di ba? So, dito, laging subtraction yung operation between the two terms, the first term and the last term. So, dapat maging subtraction din yung operation natin dito. Yan. So, dapat maging subtraction din to. So, paano gagawin natin? So, pagpalitin natin tong terms na to. Pagpalitin natin yung dalawang terms. So, unahin natin si y. Kasi siya ay positive eh. So, magiging y minus 2 squared over 12. Tapos, ito, ipapalit na. Siya yung magiging second term. Di ba negative siya? So, minus na to. So, minus x plus 3 squared over 4 equals 1. So, ito na nga yung standard form natin. Ayan. So, those are the process on how to find how to transform from general form to standard form of hyperbola. Alright, so, ayan. So, thank you for watching this video and I hope na-review kayo somehow. And, ayan. So, thank you for watching. So, that's it. So, that's it for hyperbola.